Hello, welcome to my stream. Tonight we'll be playing more of RollerCoaster Tycoon Deluxe. And last weekend we were able to beat the Harmonic Hills, and it was a very challenging level because we couldn't change the landscape, we couldn't shape the level according to our taste. We had to build everything in there and find perfect spots to all the rides and all the things we wanted to build. So it was very hard, but we made it. And today we will be playing the Roman Village. Hey Victor, how are you doing, man? How's your Saturday? And the Roman Village is one of the levels that I remember playing as a kid, so I know that I was able to get at least to it many years ago. It's a very remarkable level, especially because it is beautiful looking. And last weekend we also took a fast look on it, a quick look on it, so I could remember how it looks like, and it is indeed very beautiful. But I don't remember how's the objective in there, but I think it is according to the amount of people, right? I believe we will need to get a certain amount of people, a certain amount of guests in the park, but I'm hoping it won't be too hard. But let's go for it. Also, today may be just like last Saturday. Today may be a short stream, like I may only play this level, but this weekend, right? This weekend I have a better reason for that. It's because I want to watch a movie after the stream, and I'm really excited to watch it because it is a movie that's part of a trilogy. And yesterday I watched the second movie of the trilogy, so today I can't wait to finish it and to see how things are going to end. So yeah, tonight I'm going to be playing this level only. It's a 3 years level, so that means 3 hours. And after that, I'm going to watch the movie. You're having a good day. Nice to hear, man. Because I also had a very good week. I can also say that it's probably has been like one of my favorite weeks of this year, not for any particular reason, but mostly because I felt so peaceful. Like I felt peaceful and happy. Like I it's been a long time since I felt like I was feeling this week. So it was very nice, especially after Tuesday. I feel like it was when I started feeling happier or more peaceful. I had a great week. It was so great that it flew by. I really didn't see time passing by this week. Like it's already weekend again, and then here I am streaming again. So yeah, it was such a good week. Like I'm hoping it stays like that for longer. I know it won't last forever though, because we all have like ups and downs. But this week was totally an up, and for nothing in particular. It was just that I could find some peace inside of me, I guess. So I really felt great this week. I had a great time in sleeping as well. And if you compare to the previous week that I was feeling a little bit more depressed and I was upset that I didn't have the activities that I like to have during the week. This week the activities returned and then everything felt back to normal. So I really like this week. I'm planning to watch Glass. Glass is the third movie of a trilogy. The first movie, I believe it is called Unbreakable, if I'm right. Unbreakable. The one I watched yesterday was called The Split, and Glass is the final one. Glass is actually a very recent movie. Yes, me too, Victor. I know it won't last forever, like I was saying, but even though if it only lasts like some couple days more, I'm already happy that I could have this week because it was very good to me, and it's been a while since I felt that great, you know. It's been a while that I couldn't feel super relaxed and peaceful like I was feeling, so it was very good. And it lonely when that happens? It is. It is very good. It is very good. So man, how's it going? What are the news? Are you excited for the Final Fantasy VII remake? That was also that got us by surprise this week. That also helped me to feel better because I was not seeing it coming and I was very happy with what I have seen. So I really hope that someday in the future I can find a way to play that game, although I don't have a PlayStation console, but who knows? Maybe they get excited and they release it for Steam or something. But I really liked what I have seen. Although they changed the combat mechanics, but I thought it looks great. Like I could really see and feel the atmosphere of Final Fantasy VII in that trailer. So it was very very good. Wait, Victor, you haven't seen the trailer? Are you serious? Man, it was everyone was talking about it on Twitter. Also, Gabe. Gabe posted a retweet in there on Twitter that had the trailer. So go check it out. Go check the trailer, man. It's looking great. But they have changed the battle system somehow. I don't know how it is going to be now, but it's different. The graphics, I really like the graphics, although maybe someone may be, I don't know, someone may criticize them for some reason, but I'm really satisfied with what I have seen. I don't know how you could miss that. It was basically the most hyped gaming news of this week. So definitely, when you have time, go check the trailer out. It looks great. And it got everyone out by surprise, right? Because it came out of nowhere. And it seems that it's been 4 years since we last had news on this remake. So let me see. We need to have 1,500 guests in our park by the end of year 3. And then the park rating of at least 600. So this is challenging, but I think we'll be alright. And develop this Roman themed park by adding rides and roller coasters. Let me see the space. We have this lake that also has a waterway, and then we have the village. I really think this is a very beautiful level. Oh, people can, oh my god, people can ride the canoe until there. It's going to take them forever to return though. And by the way, we have the entertainers that are dressed as warriors in here, or maybe I should say knights. We usually use the pandas, but for this level we should use the Roman warriors. So all we have right now is the boat hire. Okay, so first of all, let's get some staff. Also, Victor, not only I was watching these movies from this trilogy that I was saying, but also I could finally watch the movie that Joe Dancing wanted me to watch for a long time, Burning. And the movie was really, really great. I can't say it is for everyone because it is a very experimental, abstract, and weird movie. But I also think that at the same time I'm saying it's not for everyone, I think that it's important for people to have that experience of watching a weird movie, because maybe it will maybe the person will like it or maybe not. It's something that only if you experience it you will really know if it's a thing that you like to watch or not. And the thing that got me, or the thing that made me the most satisfied with about this Burning movie was that for the majority of it, I really felt like that was a movie about a story that was written by my favorite writer. So basically, what I'm saying is that I could see and spot his trademarks, like the trademarks of his books in that movie. So basically, I could identify, oh my god, there is that, or there is this, and those things, those elements are always in his books, or at least in most of them. So I could totally see how that was a movie based on a short story by him. That also I should try reading at some point, although I don't have the book that has that short story yet. I do. I was reading another book of short stories of his, but I still don't have the one that has that short story in particular. You try to watch it, Burning. It's a very good movie, but it is weird, like I was saying. And I want so much to talk about it with Joe Dancing, but of course I will do it like offline because I don't want to spoil the movie here. But it's a movie that promotes discussion because I think that everyone will have a different interpretation of what happened in there. And I have the feeling that my interpretation of that movie was different than everybody else. So I'm feeling a little bit lonely according my own interpretation of the movie because from the research I could do, or from the research I did, I couldn't see anybody else with the same idea that I had after watching the movie. So I'm feeling like, am I too crazy to think that what happened was like I thought? Or am I like so smart that I was the only one that could understand the movie in that way? So this is what I'm struggling right now. I'm struggling with this idea of I'm feeling alone according to my opinions about the movie. But the movie was very good. I won't say it's perfect because there was one thing that I thought it was unnecessary in there, but I understand why it was in there, right? I understand why it happened. And to most people, I think it helped people to like the movie more, but to me, I felt it was a bit not necessary. Maybe because I was comparing the movie a lot with Haruki Murakami's books, and it's something that I don't think he would put in his books. At least I was not expecting it to happen in there. But anyways, I hope you can find a way to watch it, Victor, and I also hope you like it. But like I was saying, be prepared to watch a movie that's super different, super weird, and I'm not surprised on that because the freaking canoe will get lost for sure. Hi Subaru, how are you doing, man? Were you excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake? The trailer was out, right? Oh yeah, Victor also needs to find the time to watch it. Weird is good, I agree. Not all weird movies, of course, but weird movies that have something to make you think about, or that are different, but different in a good way of um, showing you some things that you may have never seen before, or some new ideas, or some new concepts. This movie had a lot of that, but it was not like 100% new to me because I already know how Haruki Murakami writes. But it's very good. Like it's such a magical realism, which is the genre that he writes his stories. It's a story that feels like normality. It feels like normal, but then some weird things happen here and there that may or may not have an explanation for those happenings. And it's just like life if we stop and think about it. There are so many things about life that we are not sure of. We don't have answers for those things, and that's what he likes to do. He likes to set a very normal and casual and realistic situation in his books or in his in that movie, but then something that is like hard to explain happens, and then you keep wondering what's going on, how could that happen, and stuff like that. So very, very interesting movie. So let me see, I still need to start doing things in here, right? What do I have? We have some transport rights. We have, oh, we have a good amount of gentle rights. What do we have for food? We have pizza, ice cream. Okay, we have pretty much all the starting set. So I'll keep the research in the way it is right now, like with roller coasters and with everything but unnecessary stuff, like ride improvements or scenery. Because we do have good things to start the park. So I don't need to rush on getting anything in particular. The food plaza should be maybe there. Or should it be in the village? Oh, this is a good place for the food plaza, isn't it? And thank goodness we can change the landscaping here. Let's use this style in here. Maybe if I start that in there actually, like this. Okay, that's better. The bathroom will be. I want I want it to be there. I like how this bathroom looks like part of the rest of the scenery because of its colors. It also looks a lot like that. So the bathroom is really fitting in the Roman village. That sounds like it can be really good. Yeah, man, I like it. I like when movies they talk about some different topics or they make you think about things that you are not too used to think about. And that's one of the reasons why I really like Murakami's books because he has some different things that he writes about, and I really like reading those things or trying to think about those messages. And I could totally see his influences in that movie. And also, after watching some movie reviews on YouTube to see if somebody had the same impression I had about the movie, everyone was only saying that it was kind of like bad that Burning didn't get the reward, the Oscar. I think it was the Oscar. It was running for the Oscar. They said that the other movie also deserved it, but Burning had a very good chance as well to win the Oscar. And to many people, Burning was better than the one that won the Oscar. So everyone really liked Burning overall speaking. Joe Dancing said it was one of her favorite movies of last year, for example. So Subaru has watched the trailer of Final Fantasy VII. Finally, some news. I agree, it's been 40 years. You were only worried about the combat style. Yeah, I noticed it as soon as the trailer was released. It was one of the first things I noticed on the trailer. But I was so impressed with the graphics and all the action and how good things were looking to me that I totally ignored the combat system. Like this is looking great already, so even if the combat system is different, I don't mind. Like I already want to play this game because I can sense Final Fantasy VII in it, and I think that's what matters the most. But yes, the combat seems to be very different from before. I don't know why they decided to change it. I don't know if there is another Final Fantasy game that has some similarities with that combat system, but let's wait and see because they are going to give us more news about those games next month, right? Next month. But I really like the graphics, I really like the action, and I like the characters as well, the way they are looking. I also tried to check out the rest of the conference that they have released the Final Fantasy VII trailer. Of course, I didn't pay too much attention to it because I'm not a PlayStation gamer in general. There are only a couple games that I'm interested to play. But I realized that they tried to do something very close to a Nintendo Direct in that format, but the Nintendo Direct feels much better because it was kind of rushed. In my opinion, the event that they released and announced, not released, right, that they announced the trailer was very rushed, and I still prefer a Nintendo Direct, which, by the way, I hope that there is a new one coming up soon, but maybe only for E3 because we are getting super close to E3. But we're still missing many news about Animal Crossing, Pokemon Sword and Shield, Fire Emblem. I don't remember now if Link's Awakening Remake is going to be released this year. I can't remember. Maybe it's not this year, is it? Maybe it is actually. This is a very confusing part because there are so many different roads and paths that go everywhere. But I'm hoping the guests won't get too lost in here. By the way, we are finally done with the Bomberman games, for now at least. In the future, we may be playing the Bomberman games for the GBA and for some other consoles. But tomorrow, I hope you are starting a new game. The one that I'm going to still test, because I still need to test it, is Transistor. It seems to be a short JRPG game. And actually, I'm not sure if it is a JRPG game. Maybe it is just an RPG game. But I don't know anything about that game. I'm only playing it because Gabriel wants me to play it. And he told me it's short and I'm going to like it. So, sure, let's go for it. But I hope it works. In case it doesn't work, then I will be playing RollerCoaster Tycoon tomorrow again. And then next weekend, I may start Tails, but only if Transistor doesn't work. If Transistor works, then we will still be playing RollerCoaster on Saturdays and Transistor on Sundays. And once it's over, then it's Tails. So Subaru thinks that it is the Final Fantasy VII remake is it's close to Final Fantasy 15 that has a similar combat system. Yeah, the trailer was short, so we couldn't really see everything. For example, one thing that many people were not sure of was how the limit breaks are going to take part in this game. We could see some limit breaks, but we don't understand exactly how you can get to them and everything. So yeah, there are some things that people still don't know how are they going to be working. Also the material system. I don't know if I could see any materials in there. Subaru is saying that he has only seen Animal Crossing news for the mobile game. Yeah, I tried playing the mobile game. I played it for some time last year, but this year I totally gave up on keep playing it. It was getting repetitive. It's not like the worst game ever, but it's very repetitive. The only mobile game I have been playing now is Pokemon Go and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Those are the two ones I have been playing, and I may still be playing them for some time because I really like them. Okay, let me start building some rides now. Although I should build a roller coaster. Never mind, I'm building a roller coaster first. It's more important. That's a good area for a roller coaster. Can I build this one? Maybe this one? Let me get rid of the trees in there. Okay, the guests are getting lost. I was a bit worried about that, but I hope it hasn't been too bad. Like, I hope it's only 5 guests getting lost. Maybe we should go with this one. Oh, but it's too large. Like, it's getting on the aqueduct. I hope that's right. Yeah, this one is also getting there, right? Yes, it is. What about this one? Oh, maybe I can use that part of the park. I'm going for it. I will get 1,000 from the bank just to build this. This can be a bit risky because right now we only have this and the boat hire as major rides. And last time I tried doing something like this, like using all the money I have into one single roller coaster, it didn't work very well. And it was hard for me to fix things later. But let's hope things will be different in here this time. Also because we are already getting some profit from the admission price. So I'm really hoping that this roller coaster won't let me down. Although it has been raining a lot in here, so that may not be good. Subaru or even Victor, did you guys see or did you guys know that there is something called Xbox Pass? And according to what I have read and heard, you at least in Brazil, you only need to pay for like 1 real, and then you can access it for 3 months, and then you can play a large variety of Xbox games or Microsoft games like Minecraft and some other ones that I can't remember right now. But I was like talking to some people about that, and I didn't know that there was something like that going on, like an Xbox Pass. You have heard of it? Yeah, it seems that it's a thing that has been going on for some time, but I could only start listening to it or listening about it this week. Hi, sorry, how are you doing, man? And people told me that it may be worth it because it gives you almost 100 Microsoft games to play, and for the first 3 months it's only 1 real, which is very cheap, especially for the games that you will have the chance to play. What's the good word? I'm talking about how just recently I have learned about Microsoft or Xbox Pass that gives you access to many Microsoft games for a very cheap price. And I was like, seriously, is that really happening? Because I was shocked with the news. But Subaru, you can play those games on PC. That's why that's why I was so curious about it. You don't need to have the Xbox. Many of those Microsoft games they are on PC, like Minecraft, for example. You have never heard of it? Yeah, I also didn't hear it, or I haven't heard of it until recently. And I was like, okay, like Microsoft games are not my thing. I don't like them. I don't want to play them. But I also can't deny that the offer is very good, even if I'm not a big Microsoft fan. So I'm telling you guys about that. Oh yeah, just remember there is also Sea of Thieves in there. I know that I have seen and heard people saying that Sea of Thieves could have been better. Sea of Thieves could be, or I was expecting better things for Sea of Thieves. But one thing I can't complain about Sea of Thieves, and that thing is how beautiful the water looks in that game. I honestly, when I was watching some friends playing it, I couldn't stop imagining myself just playing the game to navigate on those waters and listen to some music playlists while doing it. Just like, I don't know, some other simulator games like Euro Truck Simulator, for example, that you are riding a truck and then you can just chill and travel with the truck and then listen to some cool music. I was imagining myself playing Sea of Thieves just to enjoy the beautiful looks of the water in that game. The graphics are fantastic of the water of that game. But the game itself, like the adventure and the missions you have in there, people told me it's very empty, it could have been better. There were many things that they could have improved, but they didn't improve. So I was not too excited for the game. By the way, why is nobody going? Oh, it's because it's too expensive? Are they going there now? So I already regret my decision of building this roller coaster. I can't charge them too much to go in there, and I'm totally broke. And hey Electro, how's it going? Test the coaster? Wait, it didn't work? Seriously? Is it because of my change? Oh my god. Increase the launch speed then. 47 miles per hour, is that better? Wait, why is it not testing anymore? Okay, now it is working. Let's see if we can charge it higher now. I think I will decrease the research a little bit because we do have a lot of rides to build, but we don't have the money. So we don't need to really get many new rides right now. But we need people to go there to the roller coaster. So here's the thing, I forgot to say the the trick, right, about this Xbox Pass that you can get. The trick is that it is super cheap for the first 3 months, but then after the 3 months it gets expensive. I believe it gets to 30 reais in here or something. So that reminds me of Spotify, for example. Spotify allows you to have some trial months or very cheap months for you to use Spotify. I can't remember if it is 2 or 3 months now, but then after that time it gets super expensive. But I believe it is monthly. It is not a year. It is monthly. It's not yearly. $2 for a non-functioning ride or 3.5 dollars for a working one. A fine strategy. I'm pretty sure that's down to people holding it up to to too high standards because it's rare. Speaking about rare, I wish Rare Replay was on it, but it's not. If I could play Rare Replay on this Xbox Pass, I probably would consider getting it, at least for the first 3 months. Yes, sorry, I think it is monthly. But for the first 3 months, it's great. Like, you go there, you play all the games you can, but then once the 3 months period is over, you cancel it, right? You don't keep it up. Yeah, if Rare Replay was on the list of those games, I would definitely consider getting it. And then I would be playing only the Rare Replay games as long as the 3 months period lasts. So more guests are getting lost in here. Should I start adding signs? 10 people are lost in here. Are they at least going to the coaster? They are not. Too intense for you? Oh my god. It is ultra extreme. Isn't that great? Let's test it again. Decrease the launch speed. Wait, test it. Okay, now it still works, but it's going slower. Yeah, this may not be ultra extreme. This looks way better. I'm opening it. I just realized that the roller coaster is taking pictures of everyone's back instead of taking pictures of their faces. Imagine that. Okay, finally somebody decided to go there. It's very high, but it's doable. So I take it. But yeah, the photograph is of your back. Let's see who is going to buy that. Do I have money to buy anything else? We can buy the spiral slide. That's a good place for it. Right here. So yeah, I'm not sure if the Xbox Pass has the same offer in other countries, like the offer they have in here. Probably they do because usually if something gets to Brazil, it's also happening in other countries. But unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of most of Microsoft games, at least not yet. So even though it is tempting, I won't be playing those games in 3 months. So I'm going to hold it until something better happens in the future or until they get some interesting games for me to play, right? But Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, and some other of their games are not for me. I'm also not a big fan of PlayStation games in general, but I prefer the PlayStation library in comparison to the Xbox library. Especially because PlayStation has Persona games, and Persona is one of my favorite JRPG ever. I believe that Persona, Pokemon, and Mario RPG may be my favorite RPGs. But now I'm also playing some other RPGs that I haven't played as a kid, like the Final Fantasy games, the Chrono games. I also played Xenogears, and I'm hoping to be playing Golden Sun. I'm not sure if it's still going to happen this year, but hopefully soon. And let's see if I can like some other JRPGs or RPG games out there. So basically, our biggest problem here is that people are getting lost. But I don't want to start adding signs. Also, I will get those entertainers to the bottom because I want them to have some contact with people. Where is the other one? Was it only one? It was only one. That was up there. That canoe that was lost in here, it could finally return to the station. Sabri is saying, speaking on Xenogears, he has seen some news of a collaboration in Final Fantasy Brave Exodus with Xenogears. What? You can obtain all the party members from Xenogears in Final Fantasy? That sounds so crazy, but I wonder why. What's this Final Fantasy Brave Exodus game about? Is it like a crossover? You don't like Final Fantasy Brave Exodus, but you thought it was nice that they remembered the game, Xenogears. Is it a fighting game or something? It is a mobile game, but it's quite average. It's not like Final Fantasy. How's it called again? I always forget the name of that other game. Record Keeper. Yes, I always forget the name of that one. It's not like Record Keeper then. Sabri is saying it is a mobile game, but it is a mess regarding the characters. You liked Record Keeper much better? It looks like a fine game, yeah. Or a game that makes more sense than this one that may have the Xenogears characters in there for no reason. That's very crazy, Subaru. Like, Xenogears is kind of dead today. Like, nobody talks about it anymore, and there was no real sequel to it and stuff. They could have gotten characters from many other different games, but why Xenogears in particular, you know? And hey Yoda, how's it going, man? It has a collab with Star Ocean characters. I don't think that Star Ocean, although I have never played it, but I don't think that Star Ocean is more alive than Xenogears because it seems to have many different games. And even today, I think they are still making new games, maybe. But Xenogears was like an old classic that was very left behind. So, I mean, I'm not complaining. I think it is great that they are remembering Xenogears, but I'm kind of shocked, like, and wondering why exactly they have done that. Final Fantasy Brave Exodus tries to have a story, but it's pretty bad. Plus, it looks like it was made in RPG Maker 2000, while Record Keeper is just a nostalgia fest. Wait, Subaru is telling me that Kate Perry, Lara Croft, and Ariana Grande are playable characters. Okay, we can stop it in there. Like, I will never play that game because, yeah, a game that has Kate Perry as a playable character with Final Fantasy. If only that was like Kingdom Hearts, but it's not Kingdom Hearts. You knew about Ariana Grande? Oh my god. What's going on? What's going on now? Like, let's mix up Final Fantasy with the real world and break the fourth wall. The DLC is like what? Michael Jackson? Or Justin Bieber? Benny Benassi and Elton John. Elton John sounds awesome. Wait, this is a better emote for Elton John with his glasses. Yes, I'm starting to understand why you didn't like it, Subaru. It makes no sense. But it could work. Like Kingdom Hearts, according to what I have heard of it, it also makes no sense. But people love it so much. But it would be better if it made sense, you know. Where should I build the space rings? Maybe there? So slowly we are finally getting some rides in here. But money is a big problem. We first should get more guests to our park. How is it growing? It's still very slow. Can I make that $5? It's almost August, so I will wait until it's August. So Final Fantasy Brave Exodus got way more popular than Final Fantasy Record Keeper. It got more popular? So there are many people that like it. Yes, for $4 entrance, it goes against your strategies, right? Right, sorry. I almost said Subaru because you both have the green color on my chat. But don't worry, man. It's going to get more expensive. You know what? I'm going to increase it in $2 now. $6 now. Your park has received an award for being the tidiest. It's still super cheap, isn't it? I was hoping that the roller coaster could give us the money, but it's not really doing it. First, because people can't get there, like and many of them they are afraid of it. You'd have it at $20. I will make it $8. Because if it is crazy expensive, they will stop coming. An ad campaign, but I don't have money for that. Okay, I will make actually a 4 weeks campaign. I know, but I usually try to pay the low one. I actually picked, or I actually got 1,000 more money from the bank already. But by the end of the objective, I will do my best to pay the low one. It's a personal objective of mine. Also because it helps me to get a better company value. It's easier to pay the low one when more people are in the park. I agree. The river rapids. Oh, wait, we have the balloon stall? What am I doing? The balloon stall is super profitable. Or when you charge people to enter. Yeah, let's wait until it's September and then we are going to increase it maybe $3 more. But right now, yeah, we are totally broke. I could start demolishing some of the decorations in here, but I think we'll be alright even though we can't do much in this first year. And I don't want to ruin the scenery. You know something that would be very great for this game? If there was a water barrier item that you could add to your rivers so the guests, in case they are riding a boat, they wouldn't be able to go across it. For example, like in here, I wish I could add something that would block people from getting across the aqueduct. I just realized that I don't have money to be decorating this park, but I'm wasting it to do it. That place is a walled off area filled with tipped over barrels. Oh, okay. I think I have seen the barrels. That right? There was a duck in there. I did see it. It's right there. He's in he, he's in the very edge of it. He's almost looking like a pigeon, ready to poop on somebody's head. Well, since I started doing this, I will finish it. Hopefully this is going to make people happier because they will be saying, "Oh, the water fountains are great." So then they will spend more time in the park. The jumping fountains are great, right? But this may not be the best moment to be building this. He's trying to clip out of existence. That's very profound, man. I don't mind the ducks um, swimming on the aqueduct, but I mind if the canoes go there because then people will get stuck. What the hell is that Sonic emote? Breakdancing Sonic. I better wait, right? I should wait. Let's wait. Let's build another ride, and then I will build more of those things. His sideways. It's from a funny glitch used in Sonic. Wait, it's from Sonic 3? So what happens in the glitch? I mean, sometimes. Oh wait, sometimes he is walking sideways thanks to those twisted paths or loops, right? But I wonder how can you glitch that? Let's try building either the swinging ship or the scrambled eggs. Actually, let's go for the swinging ship because it is easier for us to build, right? At least I think it is. For example, we can have it right there. It's only going to take us some time until I get the money though. Should I get more money from the bank? I feel like it's going to be worth it. I'm taking 1,000 more. But I will use this 1000 only on rides. No, that doesn't work in there. Steal the bank? I need to give the money back later though. Let's build it. Um, there. Oh, that's a video time stamped at the spot where the runner does the glitch? The animation he gets doesn't look the exact same, but that's how it happens. I can't watch it right now, but how does the glitch helps him out in his speed run? Does it allow him to finish the level faster or something? Or is the glitch something bad that can happen to him? Oh, it allows him to run on air? But can he still clear the stage even if he's running on air? Much quicker? I don't think I have watched many people speed running Sonic games, so I'm not aware of the techniques and glitches and stuff. He speedruns Puyo? Wait, how's a Puyo speedrun? Isn't it based on luck, maybe? Because you gotta get the right pieces for you to clear the levels? Speaking about Puyo and Tetris, did you guys see that Nintendo is giving Tetris 99 a paid DLC? I thought it was weird because the DLC doesn't add too much. Like, if you can already play with other people for free if you have the Nintendo Online service, why would you want to play single player mode on that game? Especially because you may have other Tetris options out there for you to play instead of Tetris 99. So I thought it was weird that they are charging the DLC if you want to play the single player mode. I don't think many people are going to buy it. Unless, of course, I want to play Tetris on my Switch, and I'm a big fan of single player mode, so sure, but if only it had more things in there, like more modes maybe for you to play. But no, it's basically single player and that's it. It is very RNG heavy, yeah. But the better you get, the faster you get. That's quite strange. I also thought so. But if it is not expensive, it might be a cheaper official option. I think it is a bit expensive. If I remember it right, it is $10. I can be wrong, but I wouldn't pay $10 to play Tetris single player mode. Especially because you can already play Tetris with the multiplayer for free, which is way more fun. I thought it was a very weird decision. But there is some extra content that I believe it's going to be for free. You can change um, the overlay. I think you can change the graphics of the game so it can look more like old Game Boy style, and then you can have like the green screen and the colorless tiles, just like if you were playing on a Game Boy. I believe that's for free. It depends if it will allow people to play offline. Oh yeah, there is also that. Yeah, I think it will allow people to play it offline. Offline may be a selling point. Yes, I was not thinking about that. But still, I think if you want to play Tetris single player, there may be better options for you. Might be the cheapest official offline Tetris. Is Tetris really expensive for you to buy? But you are referring to the official Tetris, right? So yeah. But definitely there are some other Tetris related or based games out there that may be cheaper. Yeah, the Tetris Company, yeah. There aren't many Tetris Company games that are recent now, but there are many Tetris games for sure. Yeah, that's true, sorry. Or maybe you have it already for other consoles. I already have a Tetris game for my 3DS, although I haven't played it too much, like, I haven't played it too much. I don't remember the name of that 3DS game though. It's Tetris... It's been a long time. Hi Gabriel, how are you doing, man? Piracy alert, right? But yeah, how's it going, man? We were talking about some impressions you had with the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer. You didn't like it that much, man? I was super happy to see the graphics of it and everything. But yeah, the combat looks a little bit different. But I was so amazed by everything else that I didn't mind the change on the mechanics that much. And by the way, Gabriel, I don't remember if I told you the Marvel Universe movies that I was able to watch. They want to avoid piracy by making a cheaper option for online Tetris, and $10 isn't too bad. But at least I still wouldn't pay it for the single player offline experience. I think the true value of that game is playing it against the other tons of people that are online with you in there. But of course, if you are a major and a big Tetris fan, you can still play it offline for sure. It's not that you didn't like it, it just didn't surprise you in anything. Hi Riker, how's it going, man? Riker, we were talking about a Final Fantasy game for mobile that's Final Fantasy Brave Exodus. And now I was just chatting with Gabriel about Final Fantasy VII Remake as well. But Subaru brought the news that there are some Xenogears characters getting to Brave Exodus. Do you know anything about that? I also heard from Suri and Subaru here that Brave Exodus is not a very good game, but still surprised me that they are getting some Xenogears characters in there. It is a nice game. You are the first one saying it's a good game. Why didn't you like the remake, Riker? Is it because of the combat changes? The solo version would probably be mostly used as a practice tool, so you can crush Tetris Online's... Wait, you can crush Tetris noobs online. until Ariana Grande shows up or Kate Perry. Some decisions are so weird, right? Some decisions in gaming are so weird. Not only in gaming, in movies as well. Freaking Sonic, the Sonic movie. Thank goodness they are going to change the appearance of Sonic, but they should change the bad jokes in there as well. I felt so cringy when I was checking the trailer and then Sonic was doing so many bad jokes in there. You are skeptical of anything Square Enix does. That was an event. I don't even know what the combat changes are. Yeah, we also are not sure about the combat changes, but I really felt surprised, like with the graphics. I also thought it had the Final Fantasy VII atmosphere going on, but I'm a casual Final Fantasy player, right? So I can't say that it's really according to what the fans expected it to be. But I was very satisfied with what I have seen. I got like chills from the trailer. Maybe because I was not expecting the trailer to be out in that day. Also, maybe because I had a very good week, so I was already feeling happy. And then when I heard that they were finally giving some news about the Final Fantasy VII remake, I got super hyped for it. Like, there we go! Finally, it's been a long wait. And then I liked what I had seen. You are not exactly super excited about the Final Fantasy VII remake, so you haven't been following it super closely. There are a lot of events that spoil things. I can say it's a good game until later chapters of the game, which indeed has an interesting story. Like, why the hell would you remake Final Fantasy VII? Why can't you just upgrade the graphics, re-release it, and call it a day? I mean, I get your point, and I think I would prefer if they still had the same graphics. Not the same graphics, sorry, the same mechanics, because now they are changing the combat system, and I'm not like I don't think it was necessary for them to do it, but I don't mind if they add new cutscenes, if they may add some new places or some minor things. But yes, a change in the mechanics is big because one of the things I liked the most in Final Fantasy VII was the materia system. So I do hope they don't mess too much with that, but it looks very different. Gabriel can say that he's not excited, but he thinks it's good for players that never had the chance to play it when it was released. Yeah, the original was still a very good game. I really liked it. Yeah, my only concern was that they changed the battle mechanics. But the rest was super good to me, like the graphics, the new cutscenes, the models for the characters. I liked everything. But again, maybe because I was wearing some nostalgia glasses, plus I was feeling super hyped for the news. Maybe if I were not feeling like that, I could criticize the trailer more, right? Yeah, they are really changing it with some modern RPG mechanics. I think the reason why they probably have done this change is because they know that if people really want to play the original, they can still find the original in many places, even on Switch now. So they are probably trying to make something not a little, but something different because they know that if it is exactly like the original, some people may not buy it because, oh, I have played the original already, so why would I want to play the remake? But I agree that I would prefer if this remake had the same combat mechanics as the original, because that's one of my favorite things about the original game. The mechanics were what made it curious to me, as they are using Final Fantasy 15 system. The Final Fantasy 15 Arding DLC is decent if it could be longer than 2 hours, but overall, not nobody cares about Final Fantasy 15 anymore. Square lost their way a long time ago. Yeah, I also don't think it's going to be bad, but it's not for you? Yeah, uh, of course, people have different tastes, so that's very true. But I still don't think it's going to be bad. For example, I always say that a game needs to be bad in many different things for me to hate the game. The combat system is different, it is different. I may not like it, probably. But I really like the cutscenes, the models in there. Probably the music is going to be good as well. So I still think you can play that and have some good memories of Final Fantasy VII, or some you can remember some good things about the Final Fantasy VII game, the original one. So I don't want to say it's already ruined because of the change of combat mechanics, because to be honest, it could have been worse as well. If the game is still fun, that's what matters the most. Yeah, maybe there are some people that didn't like the Final Fantasy original mechanics, but I thought it was amazing, and I'm very glad that I decided to play Chrono Cross first and then Final Fantasy VII, because I felt like Chrono Cross prepared me for Final Fantasy VII, and then Final Fantasy VII made that battle mechanic perfect. One battle mechanic that I already liked in Chrono Cross, and then in 7 it was way better. Oh, definitely, more people prefer Final Fantasy 7 than 15. They are more skeptical or just stop playing their games completely. What do you mean by stopping playing their games completely? Like, are you telling that? Are you telling us that more people are stopping to play video games? I don't get that. Wait, do you mean stopping playing Square games? Okay, maybe I got it. People are stopping to play Square games. Square games, there we go. And I think I understand why. It's because the last games they were releasing couldn't be as good as the OG ones, right? Yeah, and now Square has more competition as well. Today you have many people that are crazy for other company games. One example is Monolith Soft. Square has more competition now. I think that back in the day, Square was the king of the RPG universe, but today it's not only them. I'm struggling so much with this maze. Okay, there we go. Wait, no, 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 that's not what I wanted to do. Look at the hype surrounding future Valve games, Bannerlord. Here's the thing though. When when a company decides to make a remake, it is very hard for them to make a better game than the original. I, for example, can't think on any examples, or at least examples that, according to my personal. Wait, I. Never mind. Maybe I got one example. I think that the new Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy may be better than the originals. Although it's not perfect, because for example, I still prefer the original soundtrack of those games than the remake one. But for other many remakes that were made, my personal preference still tells me that the original is better than the remake. But I don't hate the remakes. Like I also think there are ways that people can get to some games, and who knows, maybe they play the remake and then they think, but how was the original like? And then they go back and play the original as well. I don't know. But one example is like the Zelda remakes for the 3DS. I don't like those remakes. They look beautiful. They look beautiful. And were they accessible to new players to have the experience of playing those games? Yes, they were, and they did a good job regarding that. But I didn't like some minor changes they have done, but that was just my personal preference. especially regarding Majora's Mask. In Majora's Mask, they have changed the masks locations, for example. They have made the game easier for you to save, and those things they kind of messed up with some of the things that Majora's Mask was supposed to make you feel while you were experiencing the game. For example, in my opinion, Majora's Mask is a game about suffering. So if you make the game less suffering to the player, even if it is regarding the saving or if it is regarding the difficulty of the game, you will be changing something in there. But that doesn't happen with a change they have done in Ocarina of Time at least. The Iron Boots. I don't mind the Iron Boots change, for example. But I mind the change they have done in the Water Temple, that they have like big signs showing you where are the rooms that you can change the water level. That was supposed to be hard, and they made it easier. So it is very relative, and it changes according to each one's opinions. But I don't hate those remakes because of that. I only think that the originals were better because they may have better music, or the remake changed things that I thought they shouldn't change. Those things. Heart Gold Soul Silver is a very good example of how a remake should be made. That's true. Heart Gold Soul Silver was a very solid remake. Especially because they also allow you to listen to the original soundtrack in there. I really appreciate that. But remakes are usually focused on new players so they can have the experience, right? They also try to please the old players as well, but when they do those changes, or even those minor changes, they will be um, the old players, they will be complaining about those things, like I was doing right now with those Zelda changes. Persona 3, yeah, the Persona games, they do have some good remakes, especially because they add things to the game, so it makes the game more rich in things you can do in there. But the thing is that the Persona remakes, it's hard to really see them as remakes because they pretty much get the same game and add more things. So there aren't major changes like graphic changes or anything like that. Usually the Persona remakes, they happen not very long, not much long or much longer than the original was released, so they don't cause a very strong impact. I don't know if I was able to explain it in the way I wanted, but the Persona remakes still are in the same generation of the originals. So even if they are adding some new things and new characters and things for you to do, if you have played the original, you may not need to play the remake of it, because it will look like the same. There will it will have one thing or another that differs, but the core of it's going to be the same. It's not a major change. Yeah, most remakes are worse, but I have the feeling that worse than many remakes are ports. I think there are worse ports than remakes. Somebody saying the old game may be harder, also because of the limitations of the console, or because of bad decisions by the time. maybe people change their minds after a decade of companies shoveling out terrible remakes. But even if a remake is or ends up bad, you are not forced to play it. That's true. But of course, it makes us sad, right? That the remake of a game that we love was not as successful as the original. Sometimes it is tough though. I I want a remake of Legend of Legaia for accessibility. I want a remake of Chrono Cross. I think the remake of a Chrono Cross would look great. I want that remake mostly for graphical improvements. There is still negatives, like I'm still a little peeved that people's first experience with one of my favorite games, Final Fantasy VI, is now most likely to the terrible Steam version. Yeah, I think that there are worse ports than remakes today. Like the port for Chrono Trigger on Steam as well. Everyone says bad things of it. And when I was about to play Final Fantasy VIII, you guys told me to use a patch so I could have the original soundtrack of it. So yeah, I think there are some ports that make worse decisions than remakes. Because a port is supposed to be exactly like the original game. And when it's not, it's disappointing. But a remake can be a bit different and can have some new elements going on or different elements going on that can be bad or better depending on the case. But the ports, I think the ports are more disappointing than remakes if they are not exactly like the original. Less people are going to have a positive impression of one of your favorite games now since the remake was so poor. Maybe they will have a better impression. It depends on the person's taste. The game looks awesome. At least the game is looking awesome. Like the cutscenes, the action, the character models, the game is beautiful. So that will probably give them some emotions, like some emotional roller coasters, if they are playing Final Fantasy for the first time now. Is it going to be better or worse? It depends on the person. But yeah, Final Fantasy VI looks like a disaster on Steam. It looks disgusting. It's because ports nowadays are aimed at mobile phones, which are completely different systems. So they changed the game to be better on a mobile phone and then port that version to consoles and PC. They shouldn't. They should have different ports then, like one for PC, one for mobile. The thing is, do you really care for people impressions about it? I love Sharknado. Please take that back. That people will have different impressions and maybe some will like the remake more than the original. It all depends. It all depends also on the time that people are playing the games, right? Like back in the day, we didn't have many graphical consoles, or graphics were not that great back then. So those things they were great for us because it was the best we could have. From what I'm seeing, I think they are going to like the best graphics they can have today. Wait, I didn't say that the Steam version of Final Fantasy VI looks great. I said it looks disgusting. I still need to watch Sharknado, but I don't know if someday I will ever do it. Grandpa music was better with Elvis. Today my original games were better. I'm not sure if I'm getting that, but it depends on the time. Um, like today, people are expecting great graphics and great graphical improvements on the games, right? I think the best way for us to see if the remake is going to work or not is if we watch somebody playing Final Fantasy VII Blind, the remake. That's the only way for us to see if it's going to work or not. I have the feeling the person is going to have amazing emotional experiences from what I have seen on the trailer, but the person may not have the same combat system experience for sure. Preferring a Rebecca Black cover of an Elvis song to the original? There are some things that are really bad that people do like, that's true, but I still think you guys are going too far with the comparisons. I mean, it's your opinion, of course, but even with the combat mechanic change, I don't think the game is looking that bad. Well, at least I was hyped for it. I think what you're saying is true for most part, but not with Final Fantasy VI. What did I say about Final Fantasy VI that was not correct? I mean, I'm agreeing with you that Final Fantasy VI port on Steam sounds terrible. Victor is only reading everything and having fun, right, Victor? If Riker can say that, I will say that I think people that like dubstep are wrong as well. I have the feeling this is not a good time for me to say that Final Fantasy VI was not my favorite Final Fantasy, but I hope it won't cause a lot of damage in here. And I may be wrong. Wait, speaking about wrong, there we go. Yes, let it all out. People who do like dumb step are wrong and you know it. You respect my opinion on Final Fantasy VI? I think it is because I played it first. Was it your first Final Fantasy, Riker? It may have been, right? Most of my decision of not having 6 as my favorite is because it was my first one. Yes, Subaru, I really like the character models in there. Sorry is Mediev? Oh my god, I should have remained silent. It was your first, but Chrono Trigger was your first RPG though. Very good one to start. Actually, when I was playing Chrono Trigger, maybe you, Riker, and also other people, I can't remember right now, but people told me to, oh, you like Chrono Trigger, so now you should try Final Fantasy VI. That's why I started with Final Fantasy VI, actually. Because people were expecting me to like Final Fantasy VI since I enjoyed playing Chrono Trigger. And I liked Final Fantasy VI, but I struggled a lot. Yes, I played Chrono Trigger before Final Fantasy VI. You got in here because of Final Fantasy VI? I see. Yeah, some people told me to go for Final Fantasy VI because according to them, there are some things in common with Chrono Trigger. I can understand, but in the end they are very different games. But I understand why it was suggested to me. But I really had a hard time, especially in the beginning. Only thing that makes me mad these days is League of Legends. Wait, why do you have problems with League of Legends? Sorry. What I know about League of Legends is that the community is very toxic. I mean, they are very different games, but I can understand why people told me to play Final Fantasy VI after Chrono Trigger. First, I think they have or they share some humor, but the humor in Chrono Trigger is better than the humor in Final Fantasy VI, in my opinion, or at least it is more frequent, because Final Fantasy VI is more darker than Chrono Trigger, in my opinion, or at least it feels darker because the jokes and the fun dialogues they happen occasionally. It's a serious game, like, but it's not as serious as I was expecting it to be, though. But the thing that I think that they both had in common is the fact that Chrono Trigger had all the times you could travel to, while in Final Fantasy VI you had the major change of the world. Like, you had the normal world and then you suddenly go to the, I don't remember how it was called, but the dark world, I don't remember how it was called. That change in the worlds, it's something that I could see in common with Chrono Trigger, because we were also changing the world in there a lot. And hey Vadim, how's it going, man? If I think that the League of Legends community is toxic, try Dota 2. I won't at all. I hate toxicity. So Dota is that bad? Yeah, Final Fantasy VI is a lot more serious than Chrono Trigger. Indeed. The pregnancy? I don't remember the pregnancy scene. I mean, Chrono Trigger is also dark, don't get me wrong, but Final Fantasy VI feels more gloomy, for most part of it. Oh, I won't remember the pregnancy scene anymore. Do you guys think that... Okay, I'm trying to think about Gabriel's logic in there. He's saying that League of Legends is more toxic because it has kids. But Fortnite has kids, and I'm asking you guys, but I don't know if you know it. Is Fortnite's community toxic? I know Fortnite has kids, but I don't know if it is toxic. You're starting to type English like I speak it? Wait, what did you do in there? At the orphanage? I won't remember it. You don't really interact with the Fortnite community in game. Not as much anyways. Oh yeah. Yeah, Riker has a point in there. There are some people that are adults that are also very toxic in League of Legends. Another game that I know that is or that has a lot of toxic people is CS:GO. I can check their thoughts when it's raining. It's like they are only talking about the rain. Subaru says League of Legends is competitive, so if you keep losing, it demands a lot of your patience, and people get stressed over it. And then the toxicity starts between the players because it is a team game and you depend on your team to win. Everyone is conspiring against them. Fortnite community is not toxic, it's just cursed. Wait, what? Why is it cursed? So League of Legends is more toxic as the game requirements to play are way lower than Dota 2, so more kids play League of Legends. Thus more 5th grade kids talking shit. I think Subaru mentioned something very important in there, that it is a team game, like a game that you play in a team. Not every match, of course, but most of it. And actually, never mind, you are always playing in a team, right? And team fight is kind of common. Although, for example, there is a very different game that you play in a team, like Splatoon, for example, and I don't think Splatoon is toxic. At least, I would need to ask people that play Splatoon to know if they think that the community is toxic. But from outside of the community, it doesn't look like it's toxic. Because it doesn't have voice chat, yeah, probably that's a big part of why it's not toxic. If you cut the communication, nothing is toxic, right? I have heard Overwatch is super toxic too, and that's like a $60 AAA PC game. Potato PCs can run it, can run League of Legends or Dota 2. League of Legends, I'm guessing. I think any ultra competitive team based game is going to be super toxic. Yeah. Even if it is not competitive, nerds just don't do teams well. Yeah, I'm not sure if Splatoon is that competitive, but they have some competitions, like they have some weekly competitions that you join teams and then they try to see which team is going to win most of the games. Yeah, Nintendo player base versus PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Sabrina is saying it's true. League of Legends has chat to communicate and to curse. Nintendo players are more chill. I think so. What do you guys think about the Smash Brothers community? I think they are alright, at least here in Brazil. I have been to some Smash Brothers competitions in Rio, and it's not toxic. By the way, Gabriel, I wanted to talk to you about the movies I have been watching. First of all, I have watched some of the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. I have watched Captain America 1, then I have watched Iron Man 1, and then I decided to watch the first Avengers movie. I really liked Captain America. I can't say I liked it more than the other superhero movies that I'm used to watch, like X-Men or Spider-Man. I still prefer those ones, but Captain America was a very good movie. Iron Man 1 though, I thought it was not that great. It was just fine. And then I decided to watch the first Avengers. The first Avengers was good. And I liked how Tony Stark became a better character in there than how he was in his movie, in my opinion. Now I need to watch some other movies until I get to the second Avengers movie, right? And I'm really hyped to watch Captain America 2 because some people told me it's like their favorite. And the other thing I need to talk to you, Gabriel, is that after tonight's stream, I'm planning to watch Glass. And yesterday I watched Split. It's like the trilogy of movies Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. I watched the Split yesterday and it was an amazing movie, so I'm really hyped to watch Glass after the stream. I'm too close to the trees to see the forest on that one. You mean Smash Brothers? Smash Brothers community seems pretty chill, especially compared to other competitive games. I don't play the game though, so maybe my opinion isn't as valuable. The smell they let off is pretty toxic. Do you think so, Sari? Sabri is saying League of Legends when you start the match while you are waiting for it to load. Wait, I'm confused. Oh, I see. So Sabri is saying that when you start a match in League of Legends, you are already expecting to carry the game or to achieve victory, and you are expecting your team to commit some mistakes, but you are like expecting you to be responsible to get the victory to your team, but then sometimes it doesn't work and then you can't make it. It's something like that, isn't it, Subaru? I see, because you can't count on your team to get to the victory. Basically, that's what he's saying. I will do some advertisements in here. Are we getting more people? Only now because of the advertisements. Nintendo is chill because none of their online multiplayer games have voice chat. So the toxicity is hidden. Well, they do have the voice chat with with the online service, and then you can use the app. But I still think that you can only talk to people if you allow it to happen, right? Or if you don't actually have you don't actually have to add them as friends, right? To talk to some people. I don't know how it really works, but I think you can talk to strangers in some games. So maybe the toxicity could happen, but it's very up to you to allow it to happen. Sabru says that it is a team game, but as the game starts, people want to do everything alone, and if they can't, they start thinking on how they are going to lose the game because they are not counting on the team to support or to achieve victory. So it's horrible. Like you are playing a team game, but nobody plays it as a team game. Of course, they are not going to win them. Individual skills are important, but it's not everything. By the way, Gabriel, tomorrow I will try to play Transistor, but I still need to test it. A lot of people play with random teams. You don't know anyone, and everyone in that team think they are professionals. They need a reality check, right? If you play with friends, there is no toxicity. I mean, maybe there is because there is also the other team, and the other team may say bad things on chat, I'm guessing. But it's definitely better to play with friends. The other team doesn't matter. Sorry was not kidding when he was saying that he brings the toxicity. Can I do anything else in here? I could try making another roller coaster or the miniature golf. Oh yeah, tomorrow is Mother's Day. Is it Mother's Day in other countries as well? Sabri is saying until you see your friend doing shit and throwing the game. He has a point in there. It's because many people are super competitive. I think people should be more chill. I mean, sometimes people are competitive, like there are days that you can really feel like competitive, but don't be like that every day, you know? Because you won't be the best in the world every day for sure. Wait, Peach plays League? You give Peach shit all the time? Oh my god, sorry. Yes, sir? All these online games is a conspiracy for government to study people's toxicity? Yoda, I thought that was like Twitter, or actually 4chan, or maybe Reddit. One of those, or maybe all of those social medias that were there to study people's behavior and toxic behavior in particular. All of those that can connect with Facebook. You guys play today? It's not about being the best, it's about trying to be the best or better than most. Makes sense. But when I feel like I'm not being better than most, I stop what I'm doing and I return in another day. That happened to me recently when I was about to sleep, but I decided to play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links before falling asleep. And I got to play against three Koreans in a sequence or in a row, and the three of them basically had the same freaking deck with the same strategy. That's like super hard for you to beat it. So I realized it was not my time, not my day. So you know what? I'm going to leave it, and then I'm going to finally sleep. Gotta be the very best, like no one ever was. Did you guys watch Detective Pikachu? I may try to watch it, even though I was not hyped for it. But most people, actually, I would say everyone I have heard some opinions about it, they have been saying it's a good movie and it's worth watching. And it is a start for the Pokemon Company to make new and different movies. I also didn't have a lot of interest on Detective Pikachu, but I may watch it now. They said it's Zootopia with Pokemon, so it's probably good. Zootopia. I still think I didn't watch Zootopia. I was watching another movie with animals. I believe it was called Pets. But I couldn't finish that movie. I thought it was super boring. I just had a very crazy idea. I want to build a roller coaster next to the aqueduct. But something simple like this, for example, it only spins. Zootopia is with the cop bunny and the fox, so it's not the one I was watching. I was watching a movie called Pets, and it was not good. I was watching it on Netflix. You hope this thing doesn't break? I mean, it's going to break, but I hope it doesn't crash. That's actually a good point. Can I have more than one car working on this at the same time, or do I need to wait for the car to return. Because if I can only have one single car, this is going to take forever. No, I will need to find a way back, right? Year 2? We still have another year. So Gabriel, what did you think about Glass? The movie Glass. Did you like it? You expected more, but it was fine. I see, so I will try to low my expectations because I was very hyped for it. Yeah, I will try to lower it a little bit. Did you watch it in the movies? Oh, you went to the movies to watch it? Did you also watch Split in the movies? Yes, I was saying before that Unbreakable, I have watched Unbreakable in a long time, and then yesterday I decided to watch Split, and it was a very good movie. And today after the stream, I'm planning to watch Glass. Wait, what? You weren't a fan of Split? I thought it was good. It may not be perfect, but definitely worth watching in my opinion. Just for the acting of the the one of the main characters, right? I don't know his name. Yeah, I can understand that, especially if you were in the movies. But that character acting was amazing. But I can't talk too much about it because I would be spoiling it. This is being more expensive than what I was expecting. What if I need to have like more than one station for this? I'm super lost with this roller coaster design. People getting angry about Final Fantasy VII spoilers? Yeah, that's a game that I couldn't avoid the spoilers. By the way, Gabriel, I don't know if I told you, but I got spoiled on Endgame. I got 3 spoilers about Endgame. But I will still try to watch it anyways. No, I won't say the spoilers in here, of course. But I got three spoilers in there. Yeah, I also got that spoiled to me. I will message you later, Gabriel, on Steam about the spoilers. I think I am, because when I told another friend that has watched Endgame which were the spoilers, he kinda confirmed those spoilers were right. By the way, let me save the game. You read the leaked script of Endgame before watching it? You heard that Jon Snow dies in Endgame? Okay, but if you experience something without knowing anything about it, it's more exciting for sure. But there is also the other side of wondering how are they going to do that in the movie, right? Now I'm like that. I wonder how is that going to be like in the movie, but I would prefer not knowing the spoiler. Well, when you were reading the script, you were getting, yeah, that's right, you were getting new information without somebody telling it for you, right? So, yeah, that's a good experience. But it's different when somebody shoots the spoiler in your face. By the way, Riker, speaking about Jon Snow, so Game of Thrones will end like next week? Yeah, if you know that a movie has a sequel, it kinda can be a spoiler, right? I mean, but it depends on the person as well. There are people that they don't mind getting some information about the things they play or the things they are going to read or the things they are going to watch, but it's relative. Yeah, like Gabriel. Yeah, I can see that we are getting some drop in the amount of people in our park. If this ride is going to be finished this year, I'm not sure if it's even going to work because I don't know how the car is going to return to. Oh, I remember now. No, never mind. I remember now how it returns to the station. I will need to build one of those things, one of these things right here, past the station, so it goes back there. But I don't have space for that, so let me try getting it prepared. Like, oh, wait. This is the shortest station ever. But that's what I need to build. Raise or land? Oh, wait. Load this one, right? No? Do I need to raise it? Oh, there we go. Is this right? It doesn't look right. I guess I won't be able to connect the roller coaster to the station from the station. I need to get past it and then use the lower transfer. The next year we will need to do all we can on advertisements. I can't forget about the levels objective, right? We need to get more people. Just take out the low one. Don't worry, we are almost there. There we go. We only need that amount and it's over. I also need to finish paying the low one. We are missing 5,000 in there. So let me think about the path. People can get there, right? Or they can't? They can't. I will get 1,000 from the bank, but I will pay it just to finish this. Oh my god, it's so slow. It's so slow. Okay, I'll need to change the size of this line because people will get super tired of waiting. It's so freaking slow. Hi Ritsuru, how's it going, man? Yeah, how's your Saturday, man? We just have built this roller coaster that's so slow. It gets slower. It gets slower. Wait, it won't even have strength to turn to the upper side, right? Or maybe I should say it won't be able to go to the upper side. You are still at work, man? Sabri is asking me if there isn't a way to increase the speed. So I will need to cause like a drop. Oh no, in there it's able to go to the upper side. It kinda boosts it. Wait a second, what if I do like the opposite? Um, can I make it reverse? I can't make it reverse. I can't do anything. Oh wait, reversed? But it's only the cars, right? It's still going to go on that direction. Yeah. No, we need to change something in here. It works, but it's extremely slow. That's a good way to solve the overcrowding problems, making people to be stuck in rides. Just make the roller coasters where people are trapped for hours or days. One very good ride to make that, but I don't have it. I don't have it, right? I don't. Is the Ferris wheel. People can be spinning in the Ferris wheel for a long time. You know what? I'm going to leave it like that. I can't make it faster unless I cause a drop, like I increase. If I cause like a slope and then it boosts the cars. But it will ruin the design of it, which was to have it next to the aqueduct. Wait, can I have another station? If I can have another station in here, that could be helpful. And then we could use this roller coaster as a transport ride, but I don't think they will allow me to have another station, right? But I will try. If I can have a second station, that would be awesome. Then we go upper transfer, yes. Can I have this with two stations? I can! So this is pretty good now. Now the length of the coaster is half of how it used to be. And now it's also a transport ride. Yeah, this ride. But it's better now, come on. I got a good solution for it. I don't know if people are liking it. Nobody has impressions of this ride yet. You have seen a video of a guy who makes a ride that takes years to complete? If I'm trying to break his record, this could be a very good one too. I could make this like with more. Um, I could make this ride longer for sure, and without major problems, because you just need to keep going with it and adding those spins. This could take forever if I wanted. I was not trying to break his record, but you can see some big potential right now. You just need to keep adding those spins. And then I could like go to the sides and add more rows of it. You're being wait, what? You have been facetious? What's facetious? His ride takes literal years. I agree, or I believe in you. I know there are some crazy people doing some weird stuff on roller coaster games. There is even the ride that people can't ever leave, right? It's something like that. It takes up all the space possible, including underground. Including underground? Is it in this game, like Roller Coaster 1? Or is it in Roller Coaster 3? I remember seeing a video of someone that has done. Okay, so this ride takes something between 2 minutes to 2 minutes and 17 seconds. And surprisingly enough, it is intense. This is a very intense ride. You think it is in Roller Coaster Tycoon 1? I remember this video of a crazy roller coaster that was incredibly long, and it was in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. It's intense because you never know when it's going to end, right? I feel like I have been on this ride forever, yeah. Oh, never mind. People are saying it's awesome. This guy returned. This guy not. This woman. This woman returned to it. Remember when we were saying that bad things could be good? This is the proof. I went only for the design of this roller coaster, but now it seems to be a hit. The maze, yeah, we do have a maze in here. It's a very simple one, it just zigzags. And it corners the Colosseum. Yeah, but I know you wanted me to have the two tile maze, yeah. People love that for whatever reason and they return to it. So we got to the final year. I will first finish paying the low one and then I will invest in advertisements. Speedrun maze? This one? No, you mean the one with two tiles, right? So you can make money fast and then you can speed run the roller coaster game. Oh, we got the carts and the Ferris wheel. The Ferris wheel is a good ride for you to trap people. But I think I will pass on the go-karts for this park. It takes them like 2 seconds. That's true. I mean, most of them. Can you build a large... What's a hadron collider? Hadron collider? Imagining, imagine getting lost in a hallway. Hadron collider. Or in an elevator. I remember this man, what's the word in English for that? This joke or this funny joke that this TV show has done with some people, and they have created an horizontal elevator. So basically, people entered the elevator expecting to go up or down, but no, the elevator was taking them to the other side of the hallway, like horizontally. So yeah, I remember that. I don't know how to call that in English. I don't know if I could say like it's a gag or if funny joke works. There is a word in Portuguese for that, but I'm pretty sure it's not the same in English. So I don't know. A prank. Yeah, prank. Yeah, there was this prank with the horizontal elevator. Oh, it's a particle collider. It looks like it, doesn't it, Yoda? We were trying to make a particle collider. This is a very futuristic roller coaster for sure. Actually, I believe the first park you can build that is the future world. I may be wrong though, but every time I think about this roller coaster, I think about the future world level. But since I for some reason had it available in here, I decided to go for it. But don't ask me what it has to do with a Roman village. Maybe the monorail would be more fitting, right? Work's been busy today, but it's ending now. I'll be out enjoying the weather tonight. I just stopped in to say hi. Alright, Ritsu, that's okay, man. Enjoy the weather. I hope you have a great night. I will actually be finishing the stream in an hour, so I won't be streaming for super long. I do want to watch a movie afterwards. And thank you so much for the bits, man. Thank you so much. But I hope to talk to you soon, maybe tomorrow. And have a great time. See you. Tomorrow for sure. I hope we can start the new game that I'm planning to play. Subaru is asking me what about the pandas. In here we don't have the pandas. In here we have the Roman knights. Wait, where is he? Oh, right there. Sometimes they do some. Ritsuru, thank you so much. Thank you so much for gifting a sub to Subaru. Thank you, man. Subaru, you're almost getting to an year, right? Of subs. Yeah, Subaru, do you have the orange urn, right? Subaru, please say something. I want to see the urn. Subaru is almost getting to an year. Yeah, it's the orange one. I think Subaru is the only one that has the orange one in here. Nani? Yeah, it is the orange one. You're almost getting to an year, all thanks to gift subs. Wait, it is April. Okay, at least it is the beginning. Because I'm still trying to pay this low one. But that's what I should be focusing on. How's the... Okay, we got more money thanks to the tickets, but the right tickets are kind of bad now. Not paying to go on space rings. Every time I see you guys using the Gino emote, I I ask myself if I should change it because I love Gino, but I wonder if I don't know. I wonder if it is such a um, an emote that's only there because of my passion for Gino, but maybe people would prefer having a different emote. So I kind of feel a little bit guilty when I see people using the Gino emote because maybe people would prefer something else, although nobody told me. So there goes the low one. But I'm super great or I'm super satisfied with the other two, like the classic Link, Orange Link, and the Professor Layton emote. I really like them. And I think they are fitting for the channel. But the Gino one, I love it, but I don't know if people are satisfied with it. Because I like to use it when I'm watching people playing Mario RPG blind. I'd like to stop by some people that decide to play my favorite game blind. And then it's my chance to use Gino in there. But otherwise, I don't think there are many uses for it. Let's try making this $20. Choo Choo and Starkey. Oh my god, imagine a Starkey emote. Choo Choo as well. Choo Choo would be a great emote. But Starkey would be awesome. We were talking about remakes earlier. Wait a second, what is this handyman doing up there? Can someone tell me how was he able to get there? The only way he would be able to get there is if I carried him there, but I don't remember doing such thing. He was clipped into existence? Did I really drop him in there like when I was creating his existence? I need to pay more attention when I'm moving my handyman because not long ago it was the Thunderstorm Park, I think. When I was getting a handyman to clean things around the park, I accidentally dropped him and then he drowned. And then he died. But I only realized that he died after I beat the level. Like, let's check the last news about the park and then it was in there. Oh, your handyman died. So I need to be more careful because I haven't been taking good care of them. Sabri is saying maybe your mouse was in there when I hired him. That's what I think. But then I dropped him in there and I didn't notice it. Just like what happened to the handyman that died. And I only realized that he died after the game was over. Because when it happened, I didn't see it. So I need to be more careful with those people. Speaking about pizzas, yesterday I really wanted to bake a pizza. But then, because how can I say that? Because it took me forever to use the flour that I had in my place, they both have expired. So my pizza dream was ruined, and I couldn't bake a pizza. I was really excited to bake a pizza yesterday. So after that, I decided to do grilled sandwiches and an omelette after some more hours when I felt hungry again. I will see if this week I buy some flour so I can try baking a pizza. I'm not saying that I can bake good pizzas, but I want to practice and I want to try baking a pizza again. Because I have only tried doing it once. And they were good, but I need to give better shape to the pizza because the dough was a bit sticky, but the taste of the dough was good. Flour. They do have kind of the same pronunciation if I'm right. Sabri saying you can... Oh, I should pay him less because he was spending his time without doing anything up there. In this game I can't make that, or I can't do that, right? Only in RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 that I can change their salaries. When we started the game, the entertainers were up there doing nothing. I think I will drop this to minimum. Sorry, do you know if Draco is streaming right now? Because if he's streaming, I will see if I drop a host to him. He's streaming. Is it Zelda Day today or is it tomorrow? I think it is tomorrow, right? Yeah, he's playing Starbound. If he's still streaming by the end of this year, I will drop him a host. So I have been considering streaming roller coaster on Fridays, but I'm still not really sure if I'm going to do it. If I do it, it's going to be very helpful regarding our progress in the game because it's a very long game and then we would be able to finish this game sooner than if I keep taking breaks and then return to it after some time or from time to time. But I don't know if I will handle 3 days of streaming in a row very well. Maybe I will. I don't think it will be too demanding, but it also it will require some adaptation. I need to get used to that. So I'm wondering if it's something that I should be doing. I should be doing like roller coaster on Fridays and then playing the other games on the weekend. But there is the bad part of it that is that maybe I can feel tired of playing roller coaster at some point, and then a break would be important. But I'm not sure. What I could do is like try streaming on Friday and I see how things work at least until I finish the first expansion pack levels. But probably I will do my best to keep going on, and since I have started it, I wouldn't stop. But my concern would be feeling tired of this game or getting tired of this game. One good thing is that by the time I get to the second expansion pack, it's going to be blind to me because I have never played the actually the second. I have never played the second expansion pack of this game. So getting to some new and blind levels is going to be interesting to me, especially if they come up with some crazy objectives or some crazy levels. I will try to cheer me up and then see how those Friday streams would feel like. Right now, my main objective is to start Tales of Symphonia as soon as possible, but I will also hope that I can make those Friday streams to happen. But I would probably play a single level per Friday. So that wouldn't also make me feel super tired of streaming for super long on those 3 days. Because usually when I'm playing a JRPG game, The streams go super long, right? It goes like for 6, 7, or even 8 hours long per stream. I still only have a single mechanic, right? How could I handle the whole park with a single mechanic until now? Guests are hungry. So, okay, where should I build another food plaza? Oh, this is a perfect place, right here, next to the statues. The observation tower. I'm getting a little bit worried because we are close to the deadline and we are missing 500 guests. And all the advertisements are going on. On a merry-go-round. I will give it another save in case things go bad in here. But we need more people. Swinging ship 1. The roller coaster is actually doing very well. They haven't been asking me to drop its price. And it's still on $3? Let's promote Roller Coaster 1 for sure. I wonder if there is going to be a single Roller Coaster Tycoon string that the merry-go-round doesn't break. It's like every time. Merry-go-down, it's kinda like that, right? Actually, I have the feeling the word carousel works in English. because in Portuguese, merry-go-round is known as carrossel, but I now have the feeling that carousel is a word in English as well because there is a music in Persona Q that it is exactly using the word carousel in there. So I wonder if you could call the merry-go-round as carousel. Probably you can. The Persona Q song that I have on my mind is called Maze of Life. Yeah, Maze of Life. It's basically the opening song of the game. And then the chorus says, "This carousel," and then I don't remember the rest, but I really like the song. Yeah, I can't remember the rest right now. I told you how bad I am in remembering lyrics, right? That proves it. I'm going to make this for free. So okay, now we are missing 400 guests. We just need to keep them happy so they don't leave the park. A lot of people need to go to the bathroom. Okay, I will probably make another food plaza somewhere. This would be the best place, right? But it's so close to the other one. But okay, let's do one right there. I'm starting to feel better about this park. I think we may be able to do it because we will be missing 300 guests, and we have July, August, September, and October. And we do have money, so I think we can make it. Unless we have some crazy drop happening, but I think we're good. Just in case I will add some more entertainers, let's have 10. Even with the third bathroom, they are still wanting to go to one. And there are many people thirsty as well. Come on, there are three freaking food plazas in here in very good locations. Thankfully, after the stream, I won't need to cook because oh, the what belly? I already have my dinner. It's going to be the leftovers of my lunch. Yeah, they have been getting lost since the beginning of the park. I don't know how to help them out. So the war belly. Hmm, could be there, but no, let's do it down here, right? Actually, on this side, because this side doesn't have anything special, so let's do it there. So people have a reason to come here. The bathroom plaza. Imagine a bathroom plaza. Like you make a bunch of bathrooms one next to the other one. It's funny that in this game they don't have like maximum capacity, I think. Or do they? Whoa, I was not expecting the entrance to go like that on a tunnel. The bathrooms in here, they don't have a maximum capacity, do they? They don't. So if every single person in this park decides to go to the bathroom at the same time, and if they decide to go to the same bathroom, I have the feeling it's doable. There is like infinite inside of that door. It doesn't make any sense. There should be a maximum capacity of how many people should go inside the bathroom. I wonder if in the RollerCoaster Tycoon 3 game they were able to fix that. I can't remember. But probably not. Probably it's just like this one. Anyone can go inside and it doesn't get crowded. So now we are missing 250 guests. I still think we are good. It is 1,500, right? Yeah. This is a very high amount of people, but I think we are good. Yes, Sabur, there is another dimension inside of the bathrooms. We can't see. Wait, we can see the. Wait. We can see people inside of it, right? If I do like see-through rides, yes, we can see they inside of it, but they stack. By the way, don't do this at home. Like, don't go see people doing their things inside of bathrooms. But that's all we can see here. We can see that they stack. Where? Oh, it's right here. It's funny that they don't allow us to see through the merry-go-round, or the haunted house, or actually many of the rides. We can only see through the supports, I guess. Look how the roller coaster feels like without the supports. It looks way better than this mess. To go on Maze 1, now it's for free. Come on, get to 300 in here. Hi, Joe Dancing, how are you doing? Joe Dancing, did you read my messages? Did you read the my impressions of Burning? Because I have watched Burning, finally. Yes, I have finally watched Burning. I also have watched some other great movies, and I'm going to watch a movie after I'm done with this park. Um, Yesterday I watched a movie called Split, and it is kind of like the sequel to Unbreakable. And those movies are part of a trilogy. And I'm going to be watching Glass after this ring, which is the last movie of the trilogy. So I'm happy that I could go back to watch some movies, and it was one of the best things I have done this week because this was a very good week, thankfully, especially in comparison to my previous week that I was feeling a little bit down. This week was one of my favorite weeks of this year. For no particular reason, just because I really felt great and I felt peaceful, and that was enough to make me happier. But definitely watching Burning was one of the best things as well. Especially because Burning really felt like it was based on a Murakami's story. And I could identify many things in there that were, oh my god, this is very Murakami, or this is one thing that he always has in his stories. I believe I told you some of those things, right? For example, the cat, the strong woman character as well, like a very remarkable woman character that's always part of his stories. Then many other things. The only thing that I was like, okay, maybe this wouldn't happen in his books, I would say, or I was got by surprise, was the ending, especially the last scene of the movie. But I understand why they have done that. And I know that many people, maybe the majority of people, like that ending. Especially because visually talking, it looked great. It was a great scene. But when I was thinking about Haruki Murakami and that scene, I was thinking maybe he wouldn't have that going on in the story. But still, a great movie, and I was very impressed that I may have had an interpretation of the movie that nobody else had. Yeah, Joe Dancing, this week was awesome. I don't know why, like I was saying, I just felt better. Like I felt peaceful. I felt not stressed or anxious, or I don't know. I found some peace. And with that peace, I was able to watch some movies like Burning and then Split yesterday. I also had some good time because my activities they returned, like the English classes, the therapist. So it was a very good week. Everything went back to normal, and I felt great that things were feeling normal again. It was such a good week that, in my opinion, it flew by. And here I am again streaming on weekend, like it flew by, and I didn't feel it like passing by because I was feeling really comfortable and really good. I know it won't last forever, but I'm trying my best to enjoy this feeling the most I can. Yeah, nobody could get that interpretation that I had, and I know it has flaws. I know it has flaws, but I swear to you, when there was this scene close to the end that showed. I will try to be vague because I don't want to spoil it, but I hope Joe Dancing can get it. That showed the the couple. I don't think that was in there for no reason, and what they were doing in there. And then the thing that the guy hides in his bathroom. I made the connection as soon as I did, as soon as I saw that, but it's still there are flaws, like the ones I told you on private. Yes, I thought they had some meaning, and the meaning I had was that one. That one of the characters have changed completely. You are on board with it, are you? No, 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 no. I haven't read the book. No, no, I have read some Murakami books, but I don't have the book that has the short story that this movie Burning was based on. The short story seems to be in a book called The Elephant Vanishes, and I don't have The Elephant Vanishes. I have been reading another short story book of Murakami, but I still need to finish it. But Joe Dancing, I still think that um, it won't be ever clear to us what really happened on that movie. I did have my interpretation, but we can't be really sure of what really happened there. Because many books of his also feel like that. It's very mysterious. Not everything in there is tied. Many things are left untied, so you don't get all the answers. You don't understand everything that happens, and that's what I like about his books, because it's very thoughtful. The stories are very thoughtful, and the dialogues are awesome and crazy, just like the ones in Burning. One of the things that I liked a lot were the crazy dialogues, and the ideas are unique, and then you feel like everything is normal and feels like reality. But some elements, some small things, they are odd or they feel weird, but they feel weird, but in a way that it still looks like reality. It doesn't go like super far away crazy fantasy, but it's just like life. There are so many things in life that we don't understand, we'll never understand maybe, and we are usually so distracted to stop and think on those things that we don't notice them. That's one of the things I like about Murakami. He disturbs us on casual things that feel normal, but they are not normal, or they can be a little bit weird. But they are also not extremely strange to us in a way that it could be like fantasy or sci-fi or something. So yeah, it's magical realism, and I could totally see that happening in Burning. At Stephen Young's house, is that the name of the actor? I believe he was called Ben, right? Oh, Joe Dancing, don't worry, it's cool. You will look for it at your library. It's The Elephant Vanishes. I don't know the name of the short story, but when I was watching some reviews about this this movie Burning, people were saying that the short story was in that book, The Elephant Vanishes. It's a book that has a Portuguese translation. It's just that his books in here are very expensive, so I usually don't buy them, or unless they get on sale or something. Since I already have this short story book that I still need to finish to read, and then I have an ebook that's Kafka on the Shore, I'm not planning to buy any other one of his books that I still need to read, at least not for now, because I want to first finish reading the ones I have. Yeah, it is realistic enough to make it so eerie. And it has a lot to do with life and life's mysteries, but usually we are so focused on our own lives that we don't stop to think about those things at all. I don't think this is a spoiler, but did you like the way they provide a sense of place with the loudspeakers being heard? Oh, yeah, there was also some, I don't know, some criticism or some, um, how can I say that? Some critics, maybe, about the North Korea thing, right? And also politics, because there is a scene in there that has Trump on TV as well. One thing that disturbed me a lot was the soundtrack. There is this main theme that plays throughout the movie. The more it was getting to the end of the movie, the more disturbing I was feeling with that main theme. And then that theme played on the credits as well. I was feeling really disturbed by that music by the time it got to the credits. At first, I don't think I was feeling uncomfortable, but then in the end of the movie, I was feeling super uncomfortable. You know, when you are too impressed with something that you kind of feel unsafe at your place when you stop or when you finish watching a movie? That's how I was feeling. I was feeling some unsafety when I was leaving my room and going to the kitchen to get some water and then prepare myself to go to bed, I was not feeling too safe. And the music was one of the reasons why. But great movie. I was really happy to see that I could identify many Murakami's trademarks on it. And now I need to watch Norwegian Woods movie because that's going to be one from a book that I have read. It was actually the last book I finished reading of him. But Norwegian Wood is one of his books that are not too crazy or too weird. It's one of his most normal ones or one of his most normal books, but it still has some small bits of weirdness. The sound is so good, you're going to have to look up the song. You have forgotten it, but I know it affected me. It affected me, but in a creepy way. It is scary. Was it on Netflix? No, 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 it was not on Netflix. Not on, in Brazil, at least. I would say that right now there aren't many movies that I'm super interested to watch on Netflix in here. There are some Netflix exclusive movies, but the ones I would like to watch the most are not on Netflix in here. Yeah, I was able to find it. I found it with English subtitles. Probably if I were looking for Portuguese subtitles that would be harder for me to find, so I watched it with English subtitles. When I was watching some YouTube reviews about the movie, people were saying that Burning should have gotten the Oscar, but then another movie got the Oscar. So now I'm a little bit curious to watch this other book. Wait, to watch this other movie as well. The one that got the Oscar. I can't remember the name of it now, but I think it is about a family. You need to restart your internet? Alright. And by the way, we were able to get to the amount of guests. We only need to keep things like this. So there we go, we made it to October. You think you are good now? Are you getting some instability? Joe dancing. So without saying spoilers in here, of course, but I wonder if your interpretation of what happened in the movie was according to the main character's interpretation. Was that your interpretation? Or did you think about something else? It is just being really slow? You didn't have any other ideas? You went with his interpretation? I mean, there are many things that support that. Yeah, like it is very dubious. You should read the short story, but here's the thing though. I think that the short story is going to be very different from the movie. I'm remembering now the video, and I believe the person said that the short story doesn't have every little thing related to the movie, you know. One of the things that I think it's going to be different is the ending because I thought that the ending was too much. When I was watching Burning, I thought that the final scene would be the one that gave me the answers I got, and I told you the scene with the couple. To me, the movie would have ended in there. Like that's the answer I wanted to see. That's what I got from this movie, and that's it. And then we had the final scene that part of me thought it was unnecessary, but at the same time it's a beautiful scene. Like the the work in there is beautiful, so I kind of appreciate it in there. But to me, the movie ends in another time or at another time. And I should also rewatch it with those new things I have learned about the details and everything that happens later in the movie, right? But there was this dialogue in the beginning that I don't remember her name, but that she says to the main character on how she has changed, physically speaking. And I remember that later on. Yeah, the ending was a lot. The ending was pure drama, right? Pure drama. It was like exploding drama. The circus. You like my theory a lot? I'm kind of sad that I didn't see anyone else having the same interpretation. So I'm feeling alone, like I even was super smart on understanding the movie like that, or I was super dumb on going in a direction that nobody went to. Maybe it's not what I thought, but I think that if it was what I thought, the plot twist would be the best one, like it would be a great one. Yeah, there is that talk about you can't remember me, it's because of this, and this. And then I was like, oh, really? And then later on, when that was that other scene, I was like, okay, so, well. But then when I went online to see what people thought about the movie, nobody thought the same thing as me. So I was like, okay, maybe I was just tripping, right? I was just like going into crazy ideas. But it's okay though, like it's not a movie for you to have strong answers to every little thing. Like I was saying, it's all about interpretation and different impressions and discussion. The dancing now I need to watch The Favorite, right? I gotta watch The Favorite. Like I was saying, tonight I'm planning to watch Glass, but maybe after Glass I should try watching The Favorite. Were there a variety of opinions on it though, just unlike mine? I think most people went in the same direction of not being sure of what happened, but they also didn't give me another crazy explanation of what could have happened besides the main character's way of thinking, you know? Also, I couldn't find many different reviews as well. You were excited to see Glass? Have you watched the other movies? I watched The Split yesterday, and the acting of that guy, I don't know his name, was incredible. Really, really good. But I can't say why it was good because it would be a spoiler. But his acting was impressive. Really, really good. Very disturbing character. Just like the kid from The Sacred Deer, the killing of the Sacred Deer. That kid he was super disturbing. So there we go, we did it. Thankfully, after we could fix the problems here, it was easy in the end. We just had to wait until we got there. James McAvoy, yeah, McVoy maybe. That guy. He is the young Professor Xavier, right? From X-Men, I think. He's super good. He's a super good actor. You have seen Split? Yeah, I saw Split yesterday. I really liked it. That kid haunts me until today. That freaking kid from the killing of a sacred deer. That kid was like, please someone hire him to a horror movie because he deserves the spot. He doesn't need to do anything. He only needs to exist because he's already a disturbing existence. Yeah, what if the movie was only like a camera recording him like for 2 hours and that's it? That's already a that's already a horror movie or a very good suspense to watch. Was which one was your favorite movie from that director, Joe Dancing? Because you have watched all of them, right? Did you watch Dogtooth? I have watched Dogtooth, The Lobster, and The Killing of a Sacred Deer, and then I'm only missing the favorite. My favorite was probably The Killing of a Sacred Deer because of all the weirdness and how disturbing it is. But The Lobster was great as well. Especially because The Lobster was very, very different. So I will call it in here, guys. You haven't seen Dogtooth? All except that one. Dogtooth was interesting, but I don't think it is one of the best ones. But it's still worth watching because it is very different. So next Saturday, we'll be playing the Swan Cove. It seems to be a small. It seems to be a series of small islands. So we are going to be facing a water level. That can't be good, right? Hopefully everything is going to be alright next Saturday. The lobster was oddly funny. Did you think it was funny? To me, it was very disturbing. Uh, Especially in the beginning, I would say, because it's such a weird plot, right? It's such a weird plot, but full of critics about society. So it makes you feel uneasy. It makes you feel uncomfortable. I was feeling super uncomfortable. But then in the end, when you understand what was the movie about, you understand the importance of that movie or the true value of that movie. Very good one. So tomorrow I will be playing, or I will try to play Transistor, which seems to be an RPG game. I have no idea what it is about or how it is like. I'm just going for it because Gabrielle suggested it to me. Hopefully it's going to be a good one, and I also hope it's going to work because I still need to test it. If it doesn't work, I will be playing RollerCoaster Tycoon again. But let's hope that I can make it work. You found it funny in ways that made you feel bad. Oh my god, you're dancing? No! Very uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable, yeah. I will see if I get to the favorite. Hopefully this next week, and then for next weekend we can talk about the favorite. Also, Scapluni. I hope Scapluni can watch it soon because he was also wanting to check the favorite out. So thank you, Subaru, Joe Dancing, everyone else. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys have a great night. I also hope I hope everything tomorrow works out on stream, and I hope to see you then. Transistor, do you know the game, Joe Dancing? Have you played it? I will need to test it, but I will only do it tomorrow because I'm super lazy and I want to watch Glass tonight. But I hope I will make it work. Okay, Subaru, good night, man. Take care, and hope to see you guys soon. Goodbye. Oh, wait. I need to do the freaking Control Alt Del again because I always forget that RollerCoaster Tycoon locks me in the game. So, do I have access to OBS? I do. Goodbye.